everyone? I am back with a new review, and Rocket here has joined me for it. So I'm going to be talking reveals again, this time for DC Multiverse. These figures have been already announced for like the last week, so I am kind of late to it, so sorry about that. I do have to say, though, that I am excited about some of these releases. So with that, we'll kick off the reveals. McFarlane has announced a lot of comic figures and a few movie figures. I'll start off. We got an announcement of the Batgirl figure with Leslie Grace, and who's very talented. And then we also get Brandon Fraser's Firefly. I'm actually just kidding. We're not getting those figures. Rocket said to make the joke. Apologize. He thought it was funny. It's pretty funny. But anyway, we are getting some actual awesome figures. We are going to be getting a Dark Knight wave. We're going to get Batman, Joker, Two-Face, Scarecrow, and the Build-A-Figure, of course, will be Bane. So we are only missing a couple of guys. We're missing Ra's al Ghul. We're missing Catwoman if you want to count her as a villain. We're also missing Talia if you want to count her, even though she kind of sucked. But that's kind of is what it is, right? We haven't seen them announced, but, you know, who knows? There's going to be also a Mr. Freeze comic version, not like a movie version. It'd be cool to see an Arnold Schwarzenegger one, right, though? So we're not going to be getting that, but we are getting a comic Mr. Freeze. Does look really cool. I can't wait to get that one. I will be reviewing it. There's also Mongal, or not Mongal, I apologize. That's the chick from the Suicide Squad, which I do also hope we do see in the future. But we get Mongol and Frankenstein, and those guys, Frankenstein, don't really know much about him, but he does look cool. Mongol, kind of weird because he looks like like one of the newer versions of Mongol, but the card he comes with doesn't even actually look like the figure, which is so weird. It's like, why make a design that's entirely new? Yeah, I know you want to kiss me. But why would you make a design that's entirely new that doesn't want to, match the card that you put in there? You might as well just make a new figure that matches. I don't know, kind of weird. Not too much of a fan of the design. I did hope to see his son get made for the Sinestro Corps version. I think that would have been a much cooler one, and since we're already kind of building off Green Lantern, I think that would have been a great set to see. We do get to see Eradicator, and he does look a little bit different. He's kind of like, I think, powered out. But we got him, and I'm excited. So I will be getting him and Mr. Freeze. I will probably skip on the other guys, though. I'm probably going to skip on the Batman, the Joker. You know, I just have so many, and I'm sure a lot of other McFarlane collectors do, too. So there's just kind of that whole thing. There were some other figures announced. I'm not going to really get into it. We already know what is coming. So those figures are pretty much, whatever, I'm going to be putting a pass on them. You do get a classic Catwoman, though. That might be a little bit interesting. I mean, it's just kind of like, what do you prefer, right? So there's not all of the figures for 2023, though. Those are only part. They're not as unfortunate as Marvel was, where they literally had their entire list for 2023 pretty much leaked. So we do get to see some nice new reveals still for 2023. I do hope that McFarlane does make Suicide Squad figures happen. See, even Rocket's looking. Make it happen, McFarlane. We got to see Rick Flag. We got to see Ratcatcher too. I want to see a 8 or 12 figure wave. Let's call it a mega wave, since McFarlane likes to use that word. So let's call it a mega wave. Let's get an 8, 12 figure wave and build Starro being gigantic. That's what I want to see for 2023. And it's best to do it sooner rather than later, because people are not going to really remember it too much. It's not going to be as relevant. Luckily, we do have Peacemaker coming out with seasons, so it is still kind of staying within, and it is the best thing since DC has kind of rebooted itself. I know, it is the best thing. So, there is pretty much a few other figures out there that McFarlane can make. Put in the comments, who do you guys want to see from the movie side of McFarlane figures? Obviously comic as well, or even video game based too. There is a whole list of things that McFarlane can come out for 2023. Like I said, their whole list isn't revealed. That was just probably figures announced up to March. The Dark Knight figures will probably be a longer wait because those were digital renders. So I do hope to see Mr. Freeze at least be up for pre-order by the end of this year. Since Mongol and Frankenstein already have been, I'm assuming those figures are not too far behind. So that's all I do want to say in this video. I don't have much more to add on to it. Obviously, there's always speculations of who we're going to get next year. I do want to see a Blackest Nightwave 2. This needs to happen. You know, there's so many characters to get made for that part of the universe. You know, we barely grazed it, you know. There's just so many. You know, we can get Arkilo. There's Larfleeze, you know, there's so many characters. I can't even possibly think right now. I don't know who we can possibly see next, but I hope we do see them sooner rather than later. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already. And until then, guys, I'll see y'all next time, and maybe he'll be around too.